Now we will cover notes. Notes have different durations of how long they are played. Rests also use durations to know how long to rest between notes. There's whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes. There are other notes in smaller increments, but we will cover them in video 2 after you learn the basics. Now we will cover measures. A measure is indicated by a vertical line going from the top line of the staff to the bottom line of the staff. The space between each set of vertical lines is designated as one measure. Now we'll cover time signatures. A meter is a regular pattern which recurs throughout the music and is known as time. Time signature is indicated by a fraction next to the treble and bass clefs. Sometimes time signature is simply referred to as meter. The lower number of the fraction tells us what kind of note receives one beat or downbeat, as some people call it. The upper number of the fraction tells us how many beats are in one measure. In Western music, there are two types of time signatures or meters. There's simple, and it has the upper numbers as 2, 3, or 4, and each beat is subdivided by 2. And there's compound, and it has the upper number as 6, 9, or 12. Each beat is subdivided by groups of 3. Other symbols you will see next to the clefs are the large C and the large C with a vertical line going through it. The C stands for common time, which is the same thing as 4/4 time. The C with a line through it stands for cut time, which is the same as 4/4 time, but everything is cut in half. That means that a whole note will equal a half note, a quarter note will equal an eighth note, and so on. With simple meter, and having a 2, 3, or 4 as the top number, the beats per measure look somewhat like this diagram. In 2/4, you will notice that you could have 2 quarter notes taking up the 2 beats, or as shown in the second measure, it could be split up between 8th notes, 16th notes, or other combinations. The variations can go from simple to complex. The only rule you need to remember is that with a 2/4 time signature, each measure can only have a total of 2 beats in it. As you can see in the 3/4 time signature, the same rules apply, but each measure can only have a total of 3 beats in it. The same rules apply for the 4/4 time signature, only having 4 beats in each measure. Think of a measure as a measuring cup. It holds 1 cup, and you can put many different measurements of liquid into it, as long as they only total 1 cup. If you go over that amount, the cup overflows and you have a mess. This is how measures work. You can only put the correct amount in the measure, or you wind up with a musical mess.